Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into something that's super popular these days?
Yeah, we're talking about manifestation.
Yeah, turning thoughts into reality.
It's everywhere.
Right, it's like all over the place, but is it real?
I think, well, it depends on who you ask, right?
Yeah.
Some people are like completely convinced they've manifested their dream job.
Uh-huh.
Amazing relationships,
Yeah.
specific amounts of money.
Yeah.
But others, they're a little more skeptical.
Yeah.
They're like, isn't that just wishful thinking?
Right, like is it magic?
Kinda, yeah.
Where's the line there? So that's what we're going to try to figure out.
Yeah. Where's the truth in all of this?
Okay, so for those of you listening who are already like totally on board with manifestation.
Yeah.
Awesome, but for those of you who are, a little unsure,
And a little on the fence.
this is for you too.
Yeah.
We're gonna look at what it is, how it might work, and how maybe, you can use it yourself.
Awesome. It's about understanding it.
Yeah,
Not just saying like yes or no to the whole idea.
right.
Yeah.
It's like, well, how does it actually work?
Right. How does it work?
Okay, so think of it this way, like our thoughts, they're kind of like seeds, right?
Okay.
Like they have the potential
Uh-huh.
to grow into something, but they need the right things to help them.
Conditions, yeah.
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 Like the water and the sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we gotta nurture those seeds.
And that's kind of what manifestation is.
Yeah.
It's creating those conditions.
Yeah, it's not just sitting back and being like, oh, I hope this happens. It's
Right.
like really putting in the energy,
Right.
your focus,
Right.
and then actually taking action,
Yeah.
right? Aligning your actions
Yeah.
with what you want to achieve.
Okay, so if it's not like magic, like if it's not, just wishing really, really hard,
Right, right.
what's the science behind it?
Well, there's this thing called the reticular activating system,
Oh, okay.
or the REIs.
For us, okay.
It's a part of your brain that kind of acts like a filter,
Uh-huh.
right? So it decides what information you're paying attention
Yeah.
to
Okay, yeah.
versus like what you just ignore.
Okay.
Have you ever noticed how after you get like a new car,
Oh, yeah.
you suddenly see that car
Full
everywhere?
time.
Yeah.
It's like, how did I not notice these before?
Yeah, they were always there.
Right.
But now your brain's like, oh, this is important.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to like point it out to you everywhere you go.
It's true.
Yeah. So that's your RIAs.
Oh, okay.
And that's what we want to try and use for manifestation too.
Okay.
When you focus on what you want, you're kind of telling your RAS like, hey, this is important.
Right.
Help me find opportunities.
Oh, interesting.
Right. Resources that match this goal.
So it's not just about daydreaming. It's about like training your brain to notice things.
Yes. Yes.
That can help you get there.
Exactly. But here's where it gets really cool.
Okay.
Studies have shown that the MEA doesn't just filter like incoming information,
Uh-huh.
but it also helps you make decisions.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when you focus on your goals,
Uh-huh.
you're not just seeing more opportunities,
Right.
you're more likely to act on them.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful.
Okay. So it's almost like you're seeing the path
Yeah,
and you're more likely to take it.
yeah, exactly. And that's why manifestation isn't just thinking.
Mhm.
It's about combining that thinking with real action.
Yeah. Okay.
Like they work together.
So how do we do that then? Like how do we actually like manifest effectively?
Well, there's a process.
Okay.
We can break it down
Okay.
into 5 steps.
5 steps. All right, I'm ready. What's number 1?
Step 1 is clarity.
Okay.
It's about knowing exactly what you want.
Okay.
So instead of just being like, oh, I want more money,
Yeah.
you got to be specific.
Right.
How much money?
Okay.
By when? What are you going to do with it?
So it's like setting a target?
Yeah, like a specific target.
Okay.
And the more specific you are, the easier it is for your brain to focus.
Right. Okay. So specific target, check. What's next?
Right. Step 2, this is a good one. Visualization.
Okay.
So close your eyes
Mm-hmm.
and imagine yourself living that reality.
Okay.
Like really engage all your senses.
Okay.
What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel?
So if I'm manifesting like my dream job,
Uh-huh.
I'm not just like picturing the office.
Yeah.
I'm imagining like walking in
Yeah.
on the first day,
Uh-huh.
how it feels.
Yeah. Feeling that excitement.
Like hearing people say hi to me.
Yes.
What does my coffee smell like at my new desk?
Yeah, exactly.
All those little details.
All the details. Because by making it multisensory,
Uh-huh.
you're telling your brain like, hey, this is real.
Oh, that's
This
interesting.
is attainable.
Okay.
Hey.
So what's step 3?
Okay, step 3, affirmations. So these are positive statements
Uh-huh.
that are related to your goal.
Okay.
And by repeating them, you're kind of like rewiring your brain for success.
Okay. I've heard of these, but honestly, sometimes they feel kind of cheesy. Like,
Yeah. They could feel forced.
yeah, like I am wealthy. I don't know. It feels a little weird.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the key is to find ones that resonate with you.
Okay.
Like what feels authentic to you.
Okay.
And instead of just like mindlessly saying them over and over,
Uh-huh.
really try and feel the emotion.
So not just I am wealthy, but like really feel what it would feel like
Yeah, yeah.
to be financially secure.
To have that abundance. Yeah.
Right, it's about the feeling,
Embody it.
not just the words. Okay, that makes more sense. What's next?
Okay, so step 4. This is maybe the most important one.
Okay.
It's where a lot of people, they get tripped up.
Okay.
Action.
Okay.
Manifestation isn't just about like sitting back and waiting for things to happen.
Right.
You got to take action.
Okay.
Remember that seed analogy?
Right. The seed needs like water and sunlight.
Yes. It needs those things to grow.
Okay.
Just like our intentions need action.
So if I'm manifesting a new job,
Uh-huh.
it's not enough to just like picture myself in the job.
Right.
I have to, update my resume.
You got to update that resume. Yes.
Network, apply for jobs.
Yeah, exactly. You got to do the work,
Right.
but also trust the process.
Right. So it's like I'm kind of working with the universe. I'm putting in the effort, but I'm also open to possibilities.
Exactly. Exactly. And that leads us to step 5,
Okay.
which can be the toughest one,
Uh-oh.
letting go.
Oh, okay.
So you've done the work, you got the vision, but now you got to like surrender control.
I can see how that would be hard. It's like having faith, even though you don't know for sure.
Yeah, like you got to trust that the universe is working behind the scenes.
Yeah. Okay, so our 5 steps. Clarity, visualization, affirmations, action, and letting go.
You got it.
That sounds straightforward enough. But I'm sure there are some common mistakes that people make, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That we should try to avoid.
Definitely. There are some pitfalls to watch out for.
Okay.
And we're going to get into those right up to the break.
Stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back to talk about those common mistakes and how to avoid them.
Absolutely. All right, so where were we? Oh yeah, common mistakes.
Yeah, because knowing the steps is great, but
Not enough. Yeah.
it's like, what are those little things that can trip us up?
Right. So one of the biggest ones I see is
Yeah.
a lack of clarity.
Okay.
Like remember that first step, being specific.
Right.
If you're not clear about what you want,
Yeah.
how can you expect the universe to deliver? Got to know what to send you.
Right. It's like, imagine going to a restaurant and being like, I want food.
Exactly.
Like, the server needs more information.
Way more, yeah. What kind of food? What do you like?
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to get something random.
Maybe not what you wanted.
Right. Another big one is focusing on the lack.
Okay.
Like, instead of what you want, you're thinking about what you don't have.
So like, I'm broke, I'll never have enough money.
Yeah, and guess what? You just keep attracting more of that feeling.
So it's like, I'm almost telling the universe, I don't have this, and I don't expect it.
Exactly. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Oh, wow. So how do we change that? Like, how do we shift that?
You got to cultivate an abundance mindset. Like, be grateful for what you do have,
Okay.
even small things.
So even if it's like, I have a roof over my head, or I have these amazing friends.
Yeah. Or, I had a really delicious cup of coffee this morning.
It's about appreciating those things.
Yeah, it's like seeing the glass half full instead of half empty.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. What else trips people up?
Patience, or a lack of it. People give up too soon.
Right.
It's not like instant noodles,
Yeah, like you can't just zap, it's there.
Yep. It takes time, consistency. Like, think of it like a garden.
Oh, I like that.
You got to nurture those seeds, let them grow at their own pace.
That's a great way to think about it. It's more like gardening than microwaving.
Totally. And speaking of taking time, we can't forget about action.
Oh, right. That was step 4.
Huge. But so many people skip it. They visualize, they affirm, but then crickets.
It's like having all the ingredients for a cake, but never actually turning on the oven.
Exactly. It's all potential, no cake. You got to put in the work. Remember, aligning actions with intentions.
Right. So it's almost like we're co-creating with the universe. We're putting in the effort, but also surrendering to the process.
Exactly. Which reminds me of letting go.
That last step.
Yeah, tough one. Especially these days where it's all about hustle and control, you know?
No, I feel that. Like, I'm a planner. I like to know what's coming next. But I've learned that sometimes the best things happen when you just let go a little.
It's like trying to force a puzzle piece. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. But you relax, maybe try a different one, and suddenly, boom.
It clicks into place.
Right.
Okay, this actually brings up something I've been wondering. If manifestation is about thoughts and actions, doesn't that mean we're always manifesting, even if we don't realize it?
Whoa, that's a good point. Like, what about those negative thoughts we have? Could they be manifesting bad stuff?
Exactly. Like, what if we're accidentally manifesting things we don't want?
You're totally right. We are, like, always manifesting. Our thoughts, beliefs, actions, they're all shaping our reality.
Wow. So it's like we're walking around with these powerful manifestation machines inside us.
Powerful. Yeah. And we're either using them intentionally.
Or not.
Exactly. Which is why understanding this stuff is so important. It's about taking control.
So it's not just about manifesting those big dreams. It's about being mindful every day. Like, are my thoughts helping me or hurting me?
Right. You're the creator of your own life, not just a passenger.
So if we're always manifesting, how do we use this to make good things happen, even in those small, everyday moments?
Be aware. Pay attention to those thoughts. Are they positive? Are they aligned with your goals?
So it's like taking inventory.
Yeah, like a mental check-in. And then you can shift things intentionally.
Okay.
Negative thought. Try a positive affirmation. Or a quick visualization.
It's like weeding a garden.
Exactly. Pull out those weeds, plant some good stuff.
That's a great way to think about it. And this reminds me of something else we talked about. Belief. We have to believe in ourselves and what we want.
Huge. It's like the fertilizer for those seeds of intention.
So if I don't believe in myself, it's like I'm planting a seed in bad soil.
Yeah, it might sprout, but it's not going to thrive.
So how do we cultivate that belief, especially when things get tough?
It's a practice. Like, surround yourself with positive people. Read inspiring books. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small.
And be kind to ourselves.
Yes, you're on a journey. There will be bumps along the way.
We're going to make mistakes.
Of course, that's part of it. It's about learning from those mistakes.
And that brings up another important thing, resilience.
You got it. Challenges are going to happen. Doubt is going to creep in. But you can't let it stop you.
It's like those weeds in the garden. They pop up, but we got to keep pulling them out.
Love that. And trust that you're moving in the right direction even when you can't see the whole path.
This has been so insightful. We've covered so much, from the science to the practical tips, and even those important mindset shifts.
It's not just about thinking, it's about feeling it too.
Exactly. Okay, so before we wrap up, are there any specific techniques that can help people actually put all this into practice?
Absolutely. We're going to dive into those right after this.
Stay tuned. We're going to explore those tools and techniques you can use starting today. We're back, ready to get practical.
Yeah, let's talk about some techniques that can help you actually manifest things.
I'm all ears. You mentioned scripting and vision boarding before. What are those?
Okay, so scripting, it's basically like you write about your dream life as if it's already real.
Okay.
Like a journal entry from the future.
So not just goals, but a story.
Yes. Vivid details, all your senses. The key is you write it as if you've already achieved it.
So instead of, I want to be an entrepreneur, I'd write, I woke up this morning so grateful for my business. Sales are through the roof.
Exactly. You're living it, not just wanting it.
I like that. And vision boards.
Oh, those are fun. It's like you make a collage of your dreams, pictures, quotes, anything that inspires you.
Okay.
Put it somewhere, you'll see it every day.
So every time you look at it, it's like a reminder.
Yes. Keeps those goals front and center, and it's a really fun project to do.
Okay, I gotta try that. Now, you mentioned gratitude earlier. Why is that so important?
Gratitude is huge. It shifts your focus. Instead of what you don't have, you're appreciating what you do have.
So it's like attracting more good stuff?
Exactly. You're sending a message to the universe. Hey, I'm open to receiving more abundance.
I like that. Any tips for how to practice gratitude?
You can try a gratitude journal. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for.
I've heard of those, but never actually done it consistently. Does it really help?
It does for me. Even on rough days, taking a moment to appreciate the good stuff, it just shifts my whole mood.
I might have to give that a try. But what about those times when, things feel stuck? Like you're trying to manifest something, but it's taking forever.
Well, first, remember, manifestation is a journey, not a destination. There will be bumps.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta be patient, persistent, keep going, even when you don't see the results yet.
So it's about trusting the process.
Exactly. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. There are so many resources out there.
Like what?
Books, podcasts, workshops, even online communities. Connect with people who get it.
It's about finding what works for you.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Coaches, mentors, therapists, they can help you overcome those limiting beliefs that might be holding you back.
It's okay to need support.
Absolutely. You have the power within you to create the life you want.
This has been so helpful. We've covered so much, the science, the techniques, the mindset. I feel like I have a whole new understanding of how this works.
Awesome. And I hope you feel empowered to use it.
Okay, as we wrap up this deep dive, here's a final thought for you. Imagine you're already living your dream life. How does it feel? What are you doing? Who are you surrounded by?
Hold on to that feeling. Let it guide you.
Thank you for joining us on this journey into manifestation. We hope you're feeling inspired to create the life you truly desire.
Keep dreaming, keep believing, and keep creating. We'll see you next time.